Social Justice Goblin here. Welcome to the backyard. So, my review of AEW on my new wrestling channel, I guess. Well, I'm going to still talk Magic, and, I got a Cuban coming, so that's going to be coming up soon, too. All right. So, I finally have seen an AEW show. It came out last Wednesday, and it was their inaugural Lightning or Thunder, or no, Thunder's WCW. Whatever they gave the title for it. So the first match was between was with Cody Rhodes, and it was a really good match. Cody Rhodes is a really good wrestler, and the guy he was fighting didn't like the whole panda suit thing. That was a little creepy, but okay, he looks like a gay go-go dancer. His opponent looked like a gay go-go dancer. He had even his little butt cheeks hanging out in little tight shorts, and he's holding his tongue out like the little gay boys do, and he looked... Sorry, I'm going to get in trouble for this. Which, in all reality, I thought that was kind of cool, actually, that they were doing that, because that shows a lot of innovation towards the LGBT community, and really cemented my fandom of this guy. Because I was like, I can identify with this guy. I know guys like that. Hell, I have friends like that. So I was like, kind of cool, and he was a really good wrestler too. But I focused more on the match, on the referee. So Jim Cornette and the announcing team, and God, I can't believe I'm striking out with his name right now. I am so tired. But even he said she's the best referee in AEW. So I watched her. She was amazing. She sold, you could see her making faces when, like they get on the top ring and they're about to do something spectacular. You could see her face. Like she played the sympathetic mom, checking up with them after, when they're laying on the ground kind of resting. She checks up on them. She dropped outside the ring. She's protecting them and trying to stop the run-in from Jericho. By the way, Jericho is a monster heel. Okay, so the next match was MJ versus some D&D schlub that was friends with the Young Bucks. Decent match. MJ is just, MJ is fun. And this is where Jim Ross loses it. So throughout this match, if you listen to the commentary, because when I watch wrestling, I'm usually tuned into the commentary. I'm not really watching the match because, it's kind of, I'm doing stuff and kind of watching the match, but I'm listening to the commentary to see when the highlights come. And you could hear him going, we need to save this for a meeting, after they started talking about the D&D muscles, Dungeons and Dragons muscles, and how he was a Dungeons and Dragons fan, and MJ was just messing with him on that. MJ just was amazing in that match, and MJ could have a match with a broomstick, and I would love it. He is one of the best heels in the business right now. He even plays the heel on Twitter. So the second match was good. What was the third match? I don't remember. And then the last match was the Young Bucks, Jericho, and Adam Page, and two other guys that teamed up with Jericho. I can't remember their names. And it was a really good match. In the end, when Jericho just beat the crap out of everyone and acts like the villain and runs off the villain. So that was a great match too. Honestly, I had to watch it twice to appreciate it, but I definitely am seeing some potential of greatness coming out of AEW. They're giving some of these guys that wouldn't get a chance. But as Jim Ross put it best, he needs to earn his place just because he's a friend. And I see what Cornette's saying about the Young Bucks. They're just a rock and roll Express wannabe group. I've seen this a million times in the 80s when the Rock and Roll Express became big. And, they're like the Rockers or the Midnight Rockers or whatever Rock and Roll Express clone was in AEW, and and there were several in NWA at the time, and then WCW, because Rock and Roll Express, big thing in the 80s. But I'm gonna give AEW another try. Definitely was worth watching. Better than the stuff I saw in the pay-per-view, pay-per-view previews. That was like, and I didn't watch the pay-per-views because someone missed paying for their pay-per-views, and by the time she had the money to pay for it, it was already gone. Oh, and one thing I did not like was Kevin Smith and Silent J and Jason Mewes in the front audience. Kevin Smith looks terrible. It looks like death is coming over him. And basically with the angle they did, they interviewed them, said hi, and then they had and then the Mexican guys came out with the neon suits and Cajun, and then the party majors or whatever, the party guys come with their drinks and protect him, and it looks so fake and so set up that I was kind of like, really? Major parties doing this? This is where we're going? And I hope they don't bring in celebrities and do that again. That was my big complaint. I did like the fact that they had Dave Hebner in the thing, but Dave Hebner has not aged well. He was slow to react, and you could see that he wasn't all there in his reaction times, because Dave Hebner was like a phenomenal referee in his day, but he was just there for nostalgia factors, and that was cool. I liked that. Like I said, definitely worth watching AEW for another few episodes. Now I gotta go watch my next at some point, because tomorrow's Wednesday War Part 2, as this video goes out on Wednesday. So there goes my review. Thumbs up for AEW.